Okay, today we're going to learn how to create a flat two-up holiday card. First thing we need to do is create ourselves a new document. We're going to turn off facing pages when we get inside of here, and we're going to set our margins to 0. Everything else we're going to do is going to be custom inside of InDesign. So go ahead and click OK. So if we're going to create a final cut size card that is 5 by 5, we need to start off by making a document or a template that is a little bit larger than 5 by 5 because we're going to go down, we're going to cut that when we get done. So the first thing we're going to do is create ourselves a box that is 5.25 by 5.25. So essentially what I've done is given myself a 1/8 inch bleed all the way around my final cut size. Next thing I need to do is, I'm going to fill these in real quick though, just to give you guys a bit of a visual. I'm going to change the opacity on these, the tint, so we can see what's going on. I'm going to make another box. This one's going to be 5 by 5. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in with a little bit of a darker tint. And now I'm going to select both of these together, and I'm going to push the align horizontal center across the top. And I'm also going to do the vertical one. You can see how they have snapped together, but I kind of moved it to the center of the page. So I'm going to just go up to my reference points. I'm going to change my reference point and set it so that it is 0.25 from the top of the paper. So there we go. We're right next to the edge up there. Next thing I need to do is make one more box. I'm going to call that 4.75 by 4.75. Give this a different color even, and I'm going to move that. I want to get all of these boxes so that they're in the same place, aligned with one another. So I've just dragged my selection tool over the top of them. I'm going to click on the back box though. By clicking on the very back one, you can see how it's got this blue stroke that is shown up around it. That means that it's a key object. So when I go ahead and do my alignments, look, it snaps into place. So we can see that I've got the correct XY values for these. So after this, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and create your trim marks for this. To create your trim marks for this document, we are going to use the line tool. After using the line tool, we're going to zoom in. Remember, we're going to cut off that extra piece that we made. So I'm just going to take the line tool, put it on the corner, hold shift. I'm going to make 2 lines. These lines here need to have a weight that is 0.5. You need to do that in every corner. Once that gets done, you need to go ahead and put that in every one. So let me go ahead and make the rest of these real quick. Once you get these made, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to duplicate this box, and then we can go ahead and start designing our actual card. You can see though, when I make these lines, I then take my arrow key and I back them off a little bit. The reason I do that is when we go to cut these, if they were sitting right on there, there's a possibility that they could show up. We don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to make a copy of these, put down here, rotate it. That one more. Okay, so registration marks are done. At this point, what I would do is probably turn off my fill on all these. It's easier to work with. There's my paper. You can see I've got my different lines. So what I've created here is the outer piece. That's where our color is going to go to. The center line here is where we're going to trim. And the inside one here is our text safe zone. We want to make sure that all of our important text is kept inside of there. You obviously can put pictures over that, but no, they'll get cut off when you go to trim your final card. So now that you've got this piece created, I would select all of it. I would hold Alt, click on it and drag straight down holding shift. And now you have created, you've created yourself a 2-up flat card. From here you can go ahead and start designing your card out. Once you design the front side, I would then go ahead and go to my pages panel. I would drag my page down to the new layer icon, and now I have made 2 pages. So I have a front and I have a back. To print this, you're going to go to Control P or File Print. You're going to go to the 6500, go to Setup, click OK, click on Preferences. After you click on the Preferences box, you need to go ahead and you need to choose the holiday card down here on the bottom. Click No, all the settings will change for you. Go ahead and click OK. Click Print, and then here you can go ahead and push Print, and your card should print correctly.